today. And we also welcome Honorable Miss Justice Mini Pushkarna, Madam, Judge, Delhi High Court. Thank you so very much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation. I also welcome Mr. J. Chima, Principal JC Law, and also Miss Achal Tandon, Advocate Tandon and Company. Both these judges, they were the judges of the final bench. So thank you so very much for attending and being present here during the valedictory. I welcome all the faculty colleagues, all the participating teams for this JESSUP Indian qualifying round, all dear students. I welcome you all on this valedictory ceremony, and certainly there would be a great learning experience being a part of this JESSUP. Thank you so very much and welcome once again.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your words of wisdom and encouragement. Now, may we have Professor?
I also welcome, we are with us, Mr. Ravindra Srivastava, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court, and former Advocate General, Chhattisgarh. Thank you so very much, sir, for coming. And sorry I couldn't read your and welcome, but certainly from heart and very warm, hearty welcome to you, sir. Again, I welcome our distinguished guest, Mr. Sukumar, Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association. Thank you so very much for coming and accepting our invitation for this valedictory. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, Professor Dr. D.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir, is a scientific management researcher and academic administrator. Currently, he is one of the chief advisors for the Amity Group of Institutions and serve as the chairman of Amity Law School, Noida. With the utmost respect, we kindly request you, sir, to honor us with your presence and deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning to our students. Good morning to the participating teams. Have you become tired? Yes. Who is telling yes? Then how will you go to Washington? Okay. So, good morning. The spirit should be there behind JESSUP. JESSUP talks about spirit. JESSUP talks about skill. JESSUP talks about knowledge. And you are all occupants of those attributes. So, good afternoon to one and all. I welcome you all on behalf of the entire Amity universe, especially on behalf of our respected and visionary founder president, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, our very dynamic, forward-looking, tech-savvy, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Utul Chauhan, and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Balwinder Shukla in absentia, to our distinguished dignitaries present in the valedictory function of the very, very prestigious JESSUP MOOT Court competition. We are privileged, rather I would say you are all privileged to have amongst us by accepting our invitation and also sparing their valuable time, Mr. Ravindra Srivastava ji, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court and former AG of Chhattisgarh, Mr. Sukumar Joshi, Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association, Lordships, Honorable Miss Justice Mini Pushkarna ji. I think she is coming first time to us. And many of our law students, those who are studying in Amity Law School, they must be seeing her first time. But what we say, once somebody get associated with Amity, they all the time remain associated with Amity. Especially your law school, Amity Law School. And madam, your journey has started with a single step, and we are looking forward for 1,000 steps to walk together. Honorable Mr. Justice, our own, that's the word I'm using, our own Anup Jairam Bhammani ji of Delhi High Court. Bhammani ji is all the time available for us, guides us, tells us. And also, whenever students from Amity Law School goes, unless and until he's totally tied up, he gives time to them, listen to them, guide them, and also tell them the philosophy of litigation, philosophy of judgment. I mean, this is something, we feel proud of, that such type of great personalities are associated with your law school. Now, sir, your lordship, Justice B. Commissioner Rauji, we are really, really thankful to you. We are obliged, much obliged for accepting our invitation to be here to bless the students. Most important is to bless the student. So you are all doyen of the legal fraternity. And the students, if they listen to you, each of your word is so valuable that they will take them to the different echelon of life. Amity Law School AP also welcome Mr. Christ of ILSA. So Christ, you had a long stay over here. You are observing us, the way we have been conducting it, the way you are guiding, the way you are also looking at. There is no lack of transparency. There is no lack of biasness. That is something great about ILSA. We are thankful to our Executive Director of ILSA, Michael Peel. You see, Michael Peel is associated with us for the last 7-8 years. He has visited this campus more than 3 to 4 times. And every time he comes with lots of vibrations. And we are looking forward for his visit in the next year. For the information of those who are first time getting attached with Amity, means those participating students, you have come from across the country, 45 teams across the country. And you know your law school. So you should also know the place where this Indian Doubt JESSUP competition has taken place. So I would like to mention that this Amity universe has been created by one man, a highly respectable and well-recognized Indian industrialist of Germany, who returned from Germany with a mission of making India to be a superpower through the impartment of quality and value-based education. He has created 12 universities in India, 3 universities in Dubai, Tascom, North Thailand, and 15 university campuses across the globe, London, Mauritius, San Francisco, Australia, France, to name a few. His legacy is further strengthened by his son, our very own dynamic tech-savvy Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, to actualize his dream. Our Vice Chancellor, with eyes on details, implements their mission. Our founder and Chancellor has a special love for law students and law education. And they strongly feel soft and advocacy skill are one of the most important tools for showing our knowledge power to other nations to make them feel how Indians can change the balance of power. That is the situation we are inching towards, that we can change the balance of power. About 12,500 students are taking legal education from the Amity group of law schools. We encourage every school to understand, every student of this law school to understand the Indian culture and other nations' culture, customs, and processes of governance. That is why so much importance is given to international exposure to the students. Our Chancellor strongly believes that together we shall change the world, where there will be no dominance or dictation by any nations to other nations for peaceful and happy coexistence. This MOOT competition had 45 teams, as I already mentioned, from across the country, and showcased their skills in the arena of understanding of international and domestic law in the theme of MOOT compromise, dealing with fascinating issues of importance of international law, and the central theme revolving around a complex interplay of geopolitical, economic, and environmental factors. It is against the backdrop of a sovereign nation facing challenges arising from a foreign investment program and a high-stakes joint venture with an international corporation. The core theme revolves around the repercussions on cobalt mining, exploring its profound impact on the environment, public health, and local communities. Amity Law School, under the vision of our honorable founder and chancellor, has grown leaps and bounds. And many of the students have become successful High Court and Supreme Court lawyers. And somebody all the time say, and I give this example, I go to Supreme Court or I go to the High Court of Delhi. I take a piece of paper, I throw it in the premises of the High Court and Supreme Court, and it will fall on the head of some persons. And I go to him, I ask, are you a product of Amity Law School? Yes, sir. And that is the presence. That is the way number of law students there's practicing in the High Court and Supreme Court of Delhi. And I shall certainly mention that we are associated with ILSA from 2015 onwards. Initial few years, we are conducting the JESSUP MOOT Court competition in the association of the Surana and Surana. But in 2017, when Madam Leslie Ben, Executive Director, along with former Executive Director Michael Peel, visited Amity Law Schools and saw our infrastructure and interacted with the faculty members and our brilliant students, we are bestowed upon the responsibility to conduct the competition with Michael Peel as the National Administrator. With the intervention of our Honorable Chancellor, we signed MOU with ILSA for conducting the JESSUP MOOT Court competition for 4 years. Although other law schools wanted to conduct JESSUP, but by looking at our meticulous planning and execution, ILSA again bestowed upon the responsibility to us by signing a MOU for another 4 years. ILSA also appointed Dr. Bhavna Batra. That's again another feather in our cap. Michael Peel used to be National Administrator, but they looked at our way of management. They appointed Bhavna Batra as the National Administrator. We are thankful to ILSA and Ms. Leslie Ben, Ms. Tessa Walker, Mr. Michael Peel for the trust and honor shown to us by identifying us as the best law school of India to conduct the most prestigious India-Round JESSUP MOOT Court competition. We are once again thankful to Ravindra Srivastava ji, Mr. Sukumar Patosi ji, Lordships Honorable Ms. Justice Mini Puskana, Honorable Mr. Justice Onu Jairam Bimani, Mr. Justice Commissioner Rao, sirs. Sorry. We have started Honorable Judges Lecture Series. With the direction of our Honorable Founder President, we shall be highly obliged if you could spare some of your highly precious time to interact with our brilliant future lawyers studying at Amity Law School, to tell them based upon your experiences and different nuances of law. The MOOT Court competition has been very meticulously planned and executed by a faculty court team consisting of Dr. Julie Sharma, Dr. Jane Matthew, Mr. Rupendra, Miss Isha Saluja, Miss Onumia Sahai, Miss Suparna Binayak, and Mrs. Prabdeep, with the mentorship of Dr. Bhavna Batra, National Administrator and Chairperson of MOOT Court Society of ALSN. The guidance and deep involvement with sincerity of our very capable Director and HY, Dr. Shefali Raijada. She has raised the standard of this year MOOT Court competition to a very high level. The competition was immensely supported by two of our additional directors, Dr. Aditya Tomar and Dr. A.P. Bhanu. I deeply appreciate our brilliant students who are members of the MOOT Court Society: Ranjit Singh, Gautami Goyal, Chakrita Radhakrishnan, Karan Bharma, Karma Chapling, Sakshi Batra, Kalayani Sekhar, and more than 100 students volunteers as bailiffs and court masters. They worked very hard for more than 2 months with a great learning and with a great zeal. We had number of matches. The preliminaries have been judged by more than 250 judges. Run-offs, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals have been judged by large number of judges. And they came from across the globe, across the country. We are thankful to them and highly, highly obliged to them. Now, final down, which was judged by three very eminent personalities sitting in the front row. We are really thankful, you sir, for coming over here and judging the very, very transparently, unbiasedly, those who are going to be the final rounds, those who are going to the final list. So thank you again. Those students now after this, valedictory function, you'll go back to your home, have a safe journey. Take care of your health because some of you have to go to Washington. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your invaluable guidance and advice.
We are honored to have among us Mr. Ravindra Srivastava, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court, and former Advocate General, Chhattisgarh. Sir has represented various corporate clients in high-stake commercial litigation as senior counsel, and recently he represented multinational companies like Cod Beverages and Corporate USA. Sir, we kindly request you to grace us with your presence and enlighten us with your words of wisdom. Please, sir.
Namaskar, and particularly to my young friends. I know God's blessings for your bright future. Honorable judges on the dais, which means a very distinguished full bench of the Delhi High Court. The honorable judges who judged the moot court competition today, Dr. Bandyopadhyay, his colleagues in the Amity Law School, who have very successfully hosted this international qualifying round for India, learned members of the faculty, and ladies and gentlemen. I'm not a very celebrity. I'm not. I do not have that kind of a credential, which will really make me worthy for a speech. And particularly on a subject like encouragement, speaking a few words of encouragement to the students. I believe that the students and those who participated successfully in the moot court competition during these 4 days are sufficiently encouraged and motivated lot. I had thought that I will speak from my experience of the bar in different capacities, which spans over as a litigation lawyer 44 years. But Dr. Bhavna Batra has limited time to me, and that's only 3 minutes, which I find that is even lesser than what we get in the Supreme Court for the hearing of the specialty petitions on Monday and Fridays. And the result mostly is the dismissal of the SLPs. Anyway, I look for that chance sometime later. I'll request Dr. Bhavna Batra to keep her words of inviting me for interaction with the students and my experience at the bar. But as far as the successful students, participants are concerned, I congratulate them. The results are going to be announced, I believe, shortly in this valedictory function. And I give my compliments, extend my congratulations, best wishes and blessings to them, with the hope and trust that they will repeat the history once again. It's a matter of great pride for all of us, those who are associated with law and law education, that Indian team won the JESSUP moot court competition globally twice in the past, in the 2009 and 2013, if I'm correct. And I'm absolutely confident that this year the history will be repeated. So my best wishes to you. And to those who participated and despite their best efforts could not make to the successful participants list, all that I have to say is that please continue with the same passion, perseverance, and your hard work. I can tell you from my experience, and I am absolutely sure Justice Kameshwar Rao, who has vast experience of sitting on the bench, will endorse me that many times in a losing case, there is a winning phase. So they don't get disheartened and prepare for the next one. I'm sure you will be very successful. The participation in this international law court, and that is JESSUP, is a great experience for all of you, I'm sure. And your achievement is by no means an ordinary achievement. Your participation and your success in the MOOT court competition speaks eloquently about your own merit, your skills of research, your vast reserve of knowledge, and your argumentative skills. I'm extremely delighted to be present amongst you, and I feel that rare comes an opportunity in one's life to be present and to be speaking to such a talented lot of the students, young, who are all reservoir of power and energy, and particularly to me. I look to you and I look to my colleagues, junior colleagues in the office for my energy, for my power. So all the best to you. And I hope I have not disappointed Dr. Bhavna Batra, and my best wishes to you sometime later. I will speak to you in more detail.
I would take a moment to thank Sir, and I will stick to my words. We are going to invite Sir in Amity Law School, and through his experience, my students are going to benefit a lot. So thank you so much, Sir. This was a time-pressed itinerary, and thank you for your cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your vital insights and advice. It truly made a difference.
We hold respect in having among us Mr. Sukumar Joshi, sir, Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association. With a commendable 30-year practice, sir has held prestigious roles, including being a part of the esteemed Group A panel of the Central Government for Supreme Court of India. Sir, we request you to kindly provide us with some words of parity and acumen.
Please.
Good afternoon. Most of you are students or not? Right. Honorable Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Honorable Justice Anup Jairam Bhavani, Honorable Miss Justice Mini Pushkarna Madam, my senior colleague Mr. Ravindra Srivastava, Professor Bandyopadhyay, Chairman MT Law School, Christopher, my colleagues who are sitting on the front row, Mr. Singh, Mr. Tandon, all of you. In fact, I think you have greater role in motivating the students than us. The distinguished teachers who are here, and in fact, you have been there for several days to guide them, and of course, throughout their career, you have been mentoring them. This is indeed an honor for me to be here in this prestigious event, the finale and the valedictory ceremony of this MOOT court event, Philip JESSUP International. This is, I think, one of the most coveted kind of a MOOT court competition in the world. It is quite heartening to note that MET has been conducting this for last 7 years and gathering the talented lawyers to be from all over the country, from different law schools. This does not only give an opportunity for them to participate in the MOOT. I'm told there are 250 participants. I'm sure they would be interacting with them and enriching themselves with exchange of their views. First and foremost, in fact, I must, for all this, I have to commend Amity Law School for playing a very pivotal role in legal education. In fact, in excellency, like Professor Bandyopadhyay said, that he throws a piece of paper in Delhi High Court and Supreme Court and falls on the head of his person who happens to be from Amity. That's, I think, the reach and extent. I do not know, in fact, what that he means, that qualitatively also he has trained the children when they are in Amity to make their presence felt like that. Instead of throwing a paper, by their presence itself, they should be shown that they are from Amity. In fact, Amity Law School is one of the first ones to start the professional legal course and encourage students to take up law as a profession and a very dignified profession. That is what Professor Bandyopadhyay said is coming true. Philip JESSUP International Law Moot Court Competition is a hallmark kind of a competition, and which also gives a rating to a student about his analytical skills, about his articulations, about his research, and what he has reached. Of course, not that everybody will be a winner in that, but somebody who goes through the rigors of that and reaches to the final level of India around, as well as participating in the international event, definitely speaks the kind of talent he possesses, kind of work he has done. And that is why a huge round of applause are due. And I call upon you to give them a huge round of applause, those who have come to the finals and those who are going to participate in the event. I'm sure the law schools are taking care of the people who can't afford themselves the trip, etc., and have also approached the law firms or the related people. In fact, many of you go as general counsels to various multinational companies. So I think that is also one area where you should, instead of calling only the lawyers, the general counsels also should be part of your ceremonies who can promote your events. In fact, today I would like to tell you that though you must be mostly in your final year of law, and the potential lawyers would come to face the real world of legal profession. This is time that now your teachers were there to guide you, orient you, and prepare you for the moods, to help them. Now you are coming to a different new world. So prepare yourself for that also, where you come and face the real life challenges. To take up the responsibility on behalf of your clients, you have to meet their aspirations and all these. Now in this mood, apart from your preparations, etc., I think enough care have been taken to show and tell you your demeanor, your responsibility, your duty to the opponents, your duty towards your brief, your duty, which will now translate in your real life to your duty towards your clients without any ethical conflicts. So those things you have to keep it in mind before you enter the real world. One word, as a litigator, I must say, moot also should infuse in you a spirit of coming to the practice as a litigator and improve the system there. Of course, I have nothing against that, those who are going to be employed as legal counsels or maybe advisors to various governments in the setup. They are also no less important, but now we need good litigators in our courts so that the people, in fact, are confident, the people feel assured that they are represented by ethical lawyers and they have the lawyers who are accountable, who would show them that justice can be theirs if they are represented by lawyers like this. So I all encourage you and welcome you to the bar, be the members of the bar or whatever court, whatever level it is. But I always would like to see you as flourishing lawyers with your hard work and talents. And you must be thankful to your alma mater, Amity, for that. Thank you all for having me here. This is a great event, in fact, very nostalgic to see children. It reminds me of my law school days and all. Thank you all, and all the best for those who are going to participate in the finals in the United States. And Christopher, you'll see them there, that the children with ethical values are going there, and this is a land, of great history and culture. So they'll represent us there and in presence of the international audience. I wish them all the best. And to those who have not made it, I wish them all the best, that I would like to see you in the court premises. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your knowledge and enlightening guidance. Have been truly fulfilling.
With immense delight, today we have with us Honorable Justice Mini Pushkarna, Judge, Delhi High Court. Her ladyship has over 25 years of rich experience as an advocate, having served as the standing counsel for various bodies, including the Municipal Corporation of Delhi, Delhi Urban Slum Improvement Board, and on the panel of Service Department of the Delhi government. Her ladyship has had varied experiences in various fields of law and practice and has handled diverse cases spanning tender and contracts matters, administration, arbitration, service lawsuits, etc. Her ladyship has also been on the panel of arbitrators with the Delhi International Arbitration Center. Ma'am, we request you to enrich us with a few words of wisdom and intellect. Please, ma'am. May we have a huge round of applause for ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone, distinguished guests, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to extend my deep appreciation to Amity Law School, Noida, and International Law Students Association for organizing this momentous international law moot court competition. I'm truly delighted to be here. I congratulate all the participants as well as the students who are present here. Competitions like the present one are really valuable and beneficial in developing an understanding towards the concepts of law and justice. The importance of moot court in the education of law students cannot be overstated. It is a holistic experience that transcends theoretical learning, fostering the development of practical skills, ethical professionalism, and a deep understanding of the multifaceted nature of the legal profession. Mooting helps students learn to navigate through the legal databases and meticulously prepare their cases. The research skills cultivated in moot court are not just beneficial for the competition, they are foundational for success in any legal career. To all the participants who are here today, remember that your journey in this competition is not just about winning or losing. It's about the growth, the lessons learned, the transformative experience that will shape you into the legal professionals the world needs today. The legal profession is a noble calling, one that demands not only intellect, but also integrity, empathy, and an unwavering commitment to fairness. As you navigate the complexities of the legal issues, let your principles and moral values guide you, and let your passion for justice fuel your determination. Remember that the decisions you make, the cases you support, and the causes you advocate for have the power to reshape the lives, communities, and even the course of history. As you step into the world of law, remember that you're not merely entering a profession. You will be advocating for those who cannot speak for themselves. The path ahead may be challenging, but it is the challenges that will shape your character, refine your skills, and elevate you to new heights. As law students, you're not just studying cases and statutes, but embarking on a transformative journey that will shape the way you think, reflect, analyze, and contribute to the society. The late nights, the challenging cases, the rigorous exams, they're all part of a process that will hone your skills and mold you into a legal professional. Study of law gives you immense knowledge and power. As students of law, you need to be focused in your approach and look at every problem or course material from an analytical point of view. Try to understand the basics and not just rote lesson in the classrooms. The knowledge of law should be used to shape a better future for yourself, but the benefit of your skills should also trickle down to the common man who is standing last in the queue, waiting for justice. As it is always said, that justice must not only be done, but must manifest to be done. Whatever knowledge you have gained in the glorious years of your college life must be used effectively for advancing the cause of justice. As Justice V.R. Krishna Iyer stated, law without lawyer loses its locomotion. Lawyer without law misses his function. That is why a lawyer is an officer of justice, not only of the court. No doubt, study of law can be demanding, but effective time management can make a world of a difference. Create a study schedule, prioritize tasks, and learn to manage your time efficiently. Studying law isn't about memorizing volumes of books. It's about understanding concepts and applying them. Engage in active learning, participate in classroom discussions, and practice problem solving. Real life scenarios and case studies will be your best teachers. Building a strong professional network is crucial in the legal field. Participating in legal events, moot court competitions, debates are more than just a series of arguments and counter arguments. It is a journey of growth and transformative experience that will help you to face challenges head on, that will also help you to navigate through the intricate legal problems and emerge stronger. Today, whether you find yourself on the winning side or facing setbacks, all of you must remember that the true values lies in the experience that you gain. It is through the lawyers that the judges are able to appreciate the cases of those who are aggrieved. Therefore, lawyers play a crucial role in the dispensation of justice. As law students, you should be aware that you are not only studying law to land a job and earn good money, but also to be able to contribute to the societies. Lawyers are not ordinary people, as society looks up to them. Therefore, it is very important that lawyers should conduct themselves in a dignified manner. Therefore, you, the students, the common masses may not understand the exact language of the law and the procedure and its proper implementation. It is the role of a lawyer who makes society aware of the rule of law and its bindings. The lawyers create a bridge between the legal system and the people. Their role is for the benefit of people and the well-being of the society. Even the history of our country itself shows that lawyers have played a significant role in various contributions to the society, including that of the freedom struggle. The prominent freedom fighters like Dadabhai Naoroji, Madan Mohan Malviya, and Motilal Nehru were all lawyers by profession who used their legal knowledge to save many nationalists and revolutionaries. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, our first President, and chairman of the Constituent Assembly, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, were all eminent lawyers. And who can forget Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, one of the architects of our Indian Constitution, who was a lawyer himself. Therefore, as students of law, you shoulder a big responsibility to lead by example and contribute to the cause of justice. You must be aware of the issues that are burning in the society. Develop empathy and kindness. These are the traits that will help you when you deal with common people looking for justice. Advocacy is the art of persuasion and presenting a compelling case. As you embark on this journey, let me share with you some key aspects of advocacy. First and foremost, effective communication is the bedrock of advocacy. Whether you're presenting a case in court, negotiating with the opposing counsel, or engaging with clients, the ability to articulate your thoughts clearly is something very significant. Choose your words carefully and be mindful of the power they hold. The second most important skill is that of active listening. Let me tell you that a successful advocate is not only who is a proficient speaker, but also a good listener. And in doing so, you will be better equipped to construct compelling arguments and respond effectively to different viewpoints. Thirdly, research proficiency is another skill set which every advocate must possess, because a well-researched advocate is a confident one who instills trust in both his client and peers. And most importantly, cultivate a strong ethical compass, as you are the future custodians of the legal system, and it's your actions that will help you shape the perception of the society. As law students and later as young lawyers, you must stay well versed with the ever-evolving legal landscape. Be adaptive, embrace changes, as the law is not static, it is living, breathing entity that evolves all the times. You all have the opportunity to be architects of change, to shape the legal precedents, and to contribute to the continued growth of the legal system. As your words, arguments, and actions hold the power to inspire, heal, and create a positive change, be mindful of the impact that you can have on the lives of the people you represent, the communities you serve, and the society as a whole. As young lawyers, the journey ahead is undoubtedly challenging, but it is also brimming with opportunities and the potential to make a lasting difference. You must embrace the responsibility that comes with this profession. Let your passion for justice be the guiding force for all that you do. And on that note, I would like to end by quoting Michelle Obama from her book named Becoming. It's not about being perfect. It's not about where you get yourself in the end. There's power in allowing yourself to be known and heard, in owning your unique story, in using your authentic voice. And there's grace in being willing to know and hear others. This, for me, is how we become. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We really appreciate the knowledge that you shared on how one can excel in the field of law and for the advice that you gave our students.
Now, we are honored to have among us Honorable Mr. Anup Jairam Bhambani, Judge, Delhi High Court. His Lordship has presided over a wide array of cases encompassing civil and criminal defamation, right to privacy, media regulation, to name a few, before the Supreme Court of India, the Delhi High Court, and various other respected courts in India. His Lordship has served as a panel lawyer for the Delhi High Court Legal Services Committee, further highlighting his commitment to legal service and expertise. Furthermore, His Lordship's contribution extends to substantial legal aid work before various courts and assisting the Delhi High Court as amicus curiae in several cases involving issues of public significance. Sir, we earnestly invite you to share your thoughtful perspective with us.
Mr. Justice Kameshwar Rao, Ms. Justice Mini Pushkarna, my colleagues on the Delhi High Court bench, Professor Bandyopadhyay, Professor Shifali Raizada, Dr. Bhavna Batra, other members of the faculty, Mr. Ravindra Srivastav, Mr. Sukumar Patjoshi, Senior Counsel of the Supreme Court, lawyers, members of the bar in the gathering, and above all, dear students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you all. I have spoken on this platform in this law school on several occasions, sometimes physically, sometimes on video conferencing. Each time I've tried to share my thoughts on the profession, on what being a lawyer or being part of the legal fraternity is about. I come back with that same effort in that same vein, just trying to share some thoughts which I have gathered over my about 32 years of being in the fraternity. Put your hand on your heart and tell me that a lot of you did not become lawyers because you watched Boston Legal or Suits. Did you not? Be honest with yourself. Or maybe even a scene in a Hindi movie where the lawyer paces up and down and he goes, "My lord, objection." Now, if that be the case, and a lot of us actually got initiated into this whole legal framework by watching those movies and those television series, then why is it today that when you want to graduate, you straight away want to make a lateral entry to the High Court or to the Supreme Court? It's not a good idea. I want to tell you that although you may have learned profound legal concepts, you may have been taught jurisprudence by your eminent faculty, you may have read cases laying down very, very significant legal propositions, constitutional principles and all that. But real law is practiced in the trial court. Therefore, the first thing I want to tell you, the thought I want to leave with you is that it is extremely critical to begin at the bottom of the ladder on the first rung, which is a trial court. So when you set out finishing your course, and I'm sure you'll graduate with honors, please first consider trial court practice for at least 5 years, if not longer. All these constitutional principles and constitutional arguments that we hear or we read about are for later. But what you really need to learn first is that law is a profession, and a profession is only learned by practice. You can't learn to ride a bicycle or to swim by reading a book, nor can you become a lawyer by reading the Constitution. Law and the practice of law in particular, I want to say, is really a way of thinking. It's a vast ocean of knowledge. No one knows all of it. If somebody tells you that I know the law, I would say he's lying, because no one knows the entire branch of law, the entire body of law. What we know as lawyers is where to find it. And to find it is a way of thinking, of questioning, of looking at things critically, of analyzing things from a different perspective. So that when in the press they say that so-and-so has committed such and such murder, and so says the investigating officer, you should turn around and say, bah, that's only the investigating officer. So what you have to learn is to think in a way which is not the way the common man thinks. And that can only come by practice. Unfortunately, there is no way of teaching you. There cannot be a course in a law school that teaches you how to think like a lawyer. But what you read and what you're taught is intended essentially to train you in that same direction. Advocacy, practice of law, is also an art. It is not something that can be taught from a book. It's the art of storytelling. That you have a case, but the judge has 50 of them. Now, why should he hear you with any attention when he's bored, having heard 20, 25 other cases before you? The reason he will hear you is because you are a good storyteller. Because you bring to the table, you bring to the lectern, the dais, a new narrative, something that makes a judge wake up and sit straight and say, hey, let's see what this boy is saying. It's about drama. If I was to suggest to law schools to add something to their curriculum, I would say add a course in drama. And I don't mean some frivolous dramatics, but that's what courtcraft is about. That's what makes a judge or a bench sit up and say, well, the last three fellows just came and read me some judgments, but those were boring. I've read them 10 times before. But the way this person is narrating the story, the way he's emphasizing, the tone of his voice, the emphasis that he lays, that's what catches the court's attention. So law is about a way of thinking. Law is about drama. Law is about thinking on your feet. So as one of us just said, I think it was Mr. Pat Joshi, who said that we would encourage students from law schools to join as litigators, to come to the courts. Although we have a very large bar, especially in Delhi, but it's never enough. There are many more litigants who require competent representation. So to be a litigator requires you to think on your feet, because no matter how much you prepare, how much research you do, how much you know your file, there will always be instances, there will always be times when something really springs out from nowhere, and then you have to answer that question. We judges are notorious in asking the 11th question when you've prepared 10. You may have to unlearn a lot that you've been taught in law school. Not because it is not relevant, but because as you go along, you find, as Justice Pushkarna correctly said, that law is dynamic, it's growing, it changes every day. So more than particular cases, etc., you have to know what the concept is about. So you will have to learn a lot that you've been taught by your faculty, and that you cannot do by reading a book. You can only do by practicing, by doing it in court. So when you go to a district court, and with all the roughness that is commonly associated with it, and part of it is true, in that when you roll around in the mud with all the other lawyers who are litigating, who are so-called fighting their cases, that's what really teaches you to be an advocate. Another aspect which I wish to highlight, I've done it briefly in one of my other earlier interactions here, is that ultimately you will be known by your knowledge, you will be known by your courtesies, you will be known by your fairness. But if I was to name one skill, one aspect, one trait which will really make you stand out, it is your credibility. You are what you say, and you mean what you say. So when all is done and dusted, and when the dust has settled, the person with the highest credibility rating is the one who will succeed. Always remember, as a lawyer, you will be engaged by clients, good, bad, indifferent. Even the worst amongst us requires good representation. But at the end of the day, you are not a hired gun. You will not say whatever your client asks you to say. You will say what law permits you to say and what is the right thing to say and do. We are all getting somewhat frustrated with our systems, and justifiably so. It's no one's fault. It's a fault of the system. It's a fault of the numbers that we face. Laws delays often find coverage on the first page of every newspaper. This case took 20 years to decide, that case took 40 years to decide. So are you then heading to join a system which is frustrating? In a sense, it is. But please understand the constraints of the system. And I say that only because unless you understand the constraints, you will not be able to improve the system as it exists. To get the best out of the judge, you have to know what is a givable order, what is a stateable case. You can want the moon, your client will always want the moon. But the question is, within the constraints of the system, how do you make the best out of your case and how do you get the best out of the court? So please do approach the system with that sense of empathy, of saying that I know this, the system I'm about to join is overburdened, but I won't make the burden worse. So you have to appreciate the constraints of the system. Law is a constantly learning process. Now, in our High Court, we work with 4 law researchers and sometimes several more interns. But I tell you, the amount I learn from them is much more than the amount that I teach them. Of course, they learn by being in court and hearing 50 cases a day. But that's not my teaching. But I'll be honest, I learn a lot more from them than I teach them. Whether it is learning how to use liquid text on an iPad, which changes the way you work, or even a research skill, because you're today taught research skills which we never were. So it's a synergistic learning process. You will teach, you will learn, the judge will teach you, you will teach the judge, and so the circle goes on. So I would end now by welcoming you soon to the fraternity. I wish you all the best. May the best team win, and whoever makes it to Washington, all the best for that. Thank you very much for having me over. Jai Hind and bye-bye.
Thank you so much, sir, for your wise counsel on trial court practice and for shedding light on how things unfold in reality in the real world litigation. It is with immense delight that we welcome Honorable Mr. Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge, Delhi High Court, for this prestigious event. His Lordship brings a wealth of experience from practicing in the Supreme Court of India, Delhi High Court, and Central Administrative Tribunal, New Delhi, alongside appearances in various courts nationwide. His Lordship's judgments spanning service law, labor law, arbitration, constitution, administrative law demonstrate a unique approach to interpreting law and statutes. With a notable experience representing various public sector undertakings, banks, and autonomous bodies, His Lordship's services hold immense significance. Sir, we request you to enlighten us with your discernment and understanding. Please, sir.
Good afternoon, everyone. My esteemed colleagues, Justice Anup Bambani, Justice Mini Pushkarna, Dr. Bandopadhyay, Dr. Raizada, Mr. Ravindra Srivastava, and Mr. Pad Joshi, and the senior counsels, other dignitaries on the dais, the judges who judged the final round of the moot court competition, all the faculty members, the students, and I can see, I think there are some of the parents are also who are present here. First of all, I want to really thank the Amity University for hosting me in this valedictory function, which is the Indian round of the JESSUP International Moot Court Competition. I had earlier come to the Amity University to judge the moot court competition. This is the first time I'm coming here. I've come here to in the valedictory function. And the earliest of the moot court competition which I judged was somewhere in the year 1990s. I think that was one of the initial rounds of moot court competition which was organized by the Amity University. It's always a pleasure to be here in the Amity University. Well, being the one of the last speakers, I don't think I have much to add what has been said by Mr. Srivastava, Mr. Padjoshi, my learned sister, Justice Pushkarna and Justice Bambani. But I have only come here with a purpose, only to remind all the young students as to what they have learned, what they are learning, which I could not learn. Why I say this is this. I did my law in the year 1990. And I think Mr. Chima and Justice Bambani would also agree with me, and even Mr. Padjoshi and Mr. Srivastava, that we didn't have this process of moot court competition. It was just a school classroom learning, go home, mug up, and spit it out on the answer sheet when the exams are held. That's what we were doing it. But the change that has happened post 1995 has actually brought out a remarkable change in the legal education system in the country. Today, and I can see it, and that's the reason I wish the organizers had called me for judging a moot court competition, because the student or the participant whom we are judging, I can see the confidence in him, the articulation in his arguments. It really actually impresses me. And that's what I see, that's what makes the difference between you and me. As a student, I was not so confident, not so articulate what you are here today while doing law. I still recollect that you are the students who, doing law, are working as an intern with the senior counsels or with a judge also, which we were not doing it. The first time I entered the court, the High Court, was at the time when I came to get myself enrolled as an advocate. Before that, I didn't see the face of the court only. So today, you know the functioning of the court. So you are so confident in that regard. I know who are the judges, what kind of a disposal the court gives. All these are thorough insofar you are concerned. Having said that, what I say today is that please continue the seriousness in the education. And I'm sure that one day you're going to become a lawyer or become a judicial officer. You must continue to be pursuing this education, because as a lawyer also, as a judicial officer also, you continue to be a student of law. And ensure that the person, a litigant who comes to you, he comes with a hope, and be honest to yourself and do your best whenever you take up the profession as a law officer or as a judicial officer. Now, I have been told that there are 7 teams which will go to USA for representing the country in the JESSUP international competition, moot court competition. And we don't know who the first 7 would be, who would be representing the country in the USA. But I hope that the best 7 will go. But at the same time, those teams who could not make it to in the first 7, they should not get disheartened, because I am sure, having judged the moot court competition in the past also, there would not be much of a difference between the first 7 teams and the teams who are below 7. But in any case, it's only the performance of a given team on a particular day which has made them successful in their rounds. I wish them all the best. in their endeavor to go to USA, participate, and we hope that the best team, surely we will hope and pray the God that it is the team from the US, from the India, which will be a successful in the competition. May God bless you, all of you. Thanks, MIT University, for calling me to this valedictory function. It's always a pleasure to be here. I wish that the organizers would call me in while call me for judging the moot court competition, which I feel that I get motivated to hear the young students making their arguments. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We deeply appreciate the enriching knowledge and advice you have shared. Now, we invite Mr. Christopher Bones, who is representing International Law Students Association from US, to share some visionary words of encouragement with us. May we have a round of applause for sir.
Thank you. I'll keep it short. On behalf of ILSA and the Executive Director, Michael Pyle, I want to take a moment to recognize the hard work that all of you have done. The real benefit of JESSUP is not measured in wins and losses, or advancing to international rounds, or even winning the JESSUP Cup, but rather the skills that all of you have gained over the last couple of months. Whether it's your oral advocacy, your writing, research, or critical thinking, all of you will be better lawyers for having done the JESSUP. I hope you keep that in mind regardless of how you have finished in this competition. I want to encourage everyone to stay connected to the JESSUP, whether it is as a judge, coach, administrator, or volunteer. Whether you realize it or not, you are now part of a wonderful community that can influence your life for decades to come, and I hope you take advantage of that opportunity. Finally, I want to thank Amity Law School for organizing and hosting such a wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. We sincerely appreciate your kind words. The souvenir launch has consistently been one of the most eagerly awaited moments of our competition, of our event over the years. It serves as a nostalgic reminder of our appreciation and celebrates the joyful moments experienced during the organization and execution of the event. We kindly request Dr. Bhavna Batra ma'am, National Administrator of JESSUP India 2024, to join us on stage. Please, ma'am.
A humble request to all the dignitaries on the dais to please do the honors for us. And this is a small souvenir launch ceremony. Thank you. For each and everyone in this F2 auditorium, this is a special moment. Each one of you is very, very precious to us, very important. Let's have a quick souvenir launch video. We have received the blessings from our Honorable Founder, Sir, Honorable Chancellor, Sir, a message from Executive Director ILSA, blessings from all the internal members, blessing from our valuable partners, and they are all encapsulated in this souvenir. The hard work of all the student volunteers, the faculty colleagues, the participation of all the teams, it's a small journey which is now being unfolded through this souvenir. We have the e-copy for all of you. We are going to mail you the souvenir and the launch is right before you. Thank you. I take this honor as the National Administrator of this competition to unfold the memories through this souvenir launch, and we look forward to have you back with us in 2025. These memories are very precious and we unfold them through the souvenir launch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The souvenir received much applause, preserving the esteemed legacy of our event over the years.
Now, we have arrived at the most highly anticipated moment, the culmination of our collective excitement, the moment for all which all of us have been waiting for. I kindly request Dr. Julie Sharma ma'am, Faculty Convener, JESSUP India 2024, and Ms. Anumeha Sahai ma'am, Faculty Co-Convener, JESSUP India 2024, to announce the results. May I have an applause from the attendees, please?
Thank you so much. So we have now arrived to the most awaited moment, and I take pride in declaring the results of the most prestigious Indian qualifying rounds of the Philip C. JESSUP MOOT Code Competition 2024, hosted by Amity Law School, Amity University, Noida. With this, can I very humbly request the dignitaries on the dais to come forward for the prize distribution? We begin with the top 5 memorials. The 5th best memorial goes to team 509 NLIU Bhopal. The 4th best memorial goes to team 425 West Bengal National University of Juridical Science. Team 225. The 3rd best memorial goes to team 728 Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law. The 3rd best memorial goes to team 728 Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law. There is no second position as there is a tie at the first position. The first position is shared by team 418 Gujarat National Law University and team 748 National Law University, Delhi. Big round of applause for team 418 and team 748. Now we declare the results for top 10 oralists.
there is no 10th position as we have a tie at the 9th position. The 9th position is shared by Anagha Ramdas, team 773, and Satyavir Singh, team 775. Anagha Ramdas, team 773, and Satyavir Singh, team 775. The 8th position is secured by Ankita Sharma, team 838, Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla. Seventh position is secured by Karthik Sharma, team 509, National Law Institute, University, Bhopal. The 8th position goes to Ankita Sharma, team 838, Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla. The 6th position goes to Vedant Jha, team 748, National Law University, Delhi. Fifth position is secured by Bhaswar Adlakha, team 748, National Law University, Delhi. Fourth position is shared by Sriram Arunachalam, team 313, OP Jindal Global Law School. Third position is secured by Asik Karim Abdullah Malik, team 173, Nalsar, Hyderabad. Second position is secured by Rohit Desai, team 775, NLU Jodhpur. First position is secured by Samvi Shrivastava, team 509, NLIU Bhopal. All right. Now we request the semi-finalist team to come up on the stage and receive their prizes.
Team 582, Christ University. And Team 292, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. Can we have a huge round of applause for them? And now the runner-up trophy is secured by the photograph. All right. All right. So the most awaited moment. And I seriously take pride in announcing it. So the runner-up trophy goes to Team 748 NLU Delhi. The runner-up trophy goes to Team 748 National Law University, Delhi. Congratulations to the team. And the winner trophy goes to Team 509 NLIU Bhopal. Can we have a huge round of applause, please? NLIU Bhopal Team 509 takes the winner trophy.
The teams that are going for international rounds are Team 773, National University of Advanced Legal Studies, Team 173, Nalsar, Hyderabad, Team 409, NLIU, Bhopal, Team 748, NLU, Delhi, Team 728, Rajiv Gandhi National University of Law, Team 582, Christ University, Team 292, Maharashtra National Law University, Mumbai. Congratulations to all the winners and participants.
Thank you so much for being patient. I request you to be more patient.
The eighth position is secured by Ankita Sharma, team 838, Himachal Pradesh, National Law University, Shimla.
Now we request all the dignitaries to take their respected seats. With heartfelt gratitude, we would like to acknowledge our guests by felicitating them with a memento. On this note, we would like to warmly request Chairman Professor Dr. D.K. Bandhopadhyay Sir, Amity Law School, Noida, and Professor Dr. Shefali Raizada Ma'am, Professor Dr. Aditya Tomar Sir, and Professor Dr. Arvind B. Panu Sir, Additional Directors, Amity Law School, Noida, to come forward and felicitate the guests.
Mr. Ravindra Srivastava, Senior Advocate, Supreme Court and former Advocate General, Chhattisgarh, being felicitated by Honorable Chairman, Sir, and respected heads of institution.
May we have a round of applause from the attendees, please?
Thank you so much, sir. Your presence really added glory to the event. We would now proceed with
Mr. Sukumar Parjoshi, Sir, Vice President, Supreme Court Bar Association, being felicitated by Honorable Chairman, Sir, and the respected heads of institution.
May we please expect a huge round of applause. Thank you so much, sir. We are really honored to have you today. Honorable Miss Justice Mini Pushkarna, Judge, Delhi High Court, being felicitated by Honorable Chairman, sir, and respected heads of institution.
Now, Honorable Mr. Anup Jairam Bhabani, Sir, Judge, Delhi High Court, being felicitated by Honorable Chairman, Sir, and the respected heads of institution.
I request everyone to please rise as we have Founder President, sir.
Let us all give a hugest round of applause. Hugest round of applause. It's a blessing in disguise. We are really very, very, very happy to have Honorable Founder President, Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, gracing us in person. He's there with us. Also, let's give a huge round of applause to Amol Chauhan, sir. Our founder, sir, is here. His heart is with MOOT, Amity Law School, Philip C. JESSUP International Law Moot Court Competition. Despite of having his busiest schedule, he has come to meet all of us in this auditorium, and with his blessings, everyone is very pleased. So, from all of us in this hall, we extend our gratitude to Sir.
Dear students, just have some few minutes patience. About the man I was talking to you in the morning, the man who has created this great universe, MIT universe, he, in spite of his so many busy schedule, he was just addressing very senior government officials from UP. And he has such a love and affection for you, especially the law students, and also honorable judges sitting on the dais. He says, I will find some time to come over here to place my student. Here is a man, he deserves to get a round hand of applause from all of you. Okay? We are privileged to have you over here. And along with him, his son, Amal Chauhanji, is a great professional, product of good University Stanford and as Harvard, and he is with us. He is actually giving lots of advices, guidance in managing MIT University.
Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, the founder president, sir, Amity Law School, Noida, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, will now grace the event and share his valuable advice.
My dear team members, those who have come from all over India, taking part in JESSUP MOOT court. This is the most important, prestigious MOOT court, I would say, of India, but I don't know if we can say of the world, JESSUP MOOT court. We are doing it for more than a decade, and I'm always interested to see all those who have come from other law colleges. I always say, those who take part in the MOOT course from any law college, they are distinguished students, they are different students, they are aspiring students, they are self-motivated students, because first thing, your law college have selected thoroughly to send to the MOOT court. And it shows also your readiness to compete in the profession. This urge, this zanoon should be there, that I should be always at the top. Just now I was coming from the E2 auditorium, 2,500 students were sitting inside and 400 was standing outside, because our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji and our Chief Minister Yogi ji has sent top bureaucrats of UP to discuss with us, with my students, about the Viksit Bharat. Because we are all very lucky that we are living in India at a time when India is progressing to be the global superpower. I never think less than the top dream. And all these students, there was a girl from law school, she put a question. She put a question, how we can be more involved. And I told them that from law students of MIT Law School, make a group. We will advise to everybody who want to invest in the Viksit Bharat, because you lawyers can tell to the persons, those who want to invest, those who want to be participating in the Viksit Bharat, but they don't have any law knowledge. And I must tell you, dear student, when I came in 1994 from West Germany after 28 years stay, where I was employing 8,500 Germans, I was the first to start a 5-year law college in Delhi. People told, there is no money in it. I told, I want to make lawyers to spread them all over the world. Now we are making the courses that they can appear in UK, they can appear in Singapore, they can appear in America. We are starting this academy, because I would say that you people have every possibility. So I told to these girls, next week we'll make a group. I'll talk to Bandyopadhyay ji, Shefali, Aditya Tomar, and Bhanu, that you people should have opportunity to rise to the whole world. And I tell you, when there was a law case in Germany, I used to call my 2 lawyers from India. First, the court told, you are not allowed. Give us half an hour time. उनमें से 2 में से एक देसी lawyer बोलते वो थे, but we immediately won the case because there is no comparison of your brain. What you have in mind, nobody has got. I have seen in the whole world. You have intuition. You have got instinct. You know the psychological power. And honorable judges are sitting. If you are arguing, if you see the mind, body, and thinking of the honorable judge, and accordingly argue, you know, if the judge, honorable judge is not grasping, then take a turn. So I would say, nowadays it is allowed to listen on the online. So I spend a lot of time listening the lawyer. How do they argue? And I want to tell you, I was talking to Bandyopadhyay ji and Shefali, you know, that give my students a class, specified class, they listen to the arguing lawyers. It is very different. It is very different. You may be the best in your technical, commercial argument, but until you don't know the behavioral science, that is all in vain. So try to listen whenever possible. They are making a specific class for that. Listen on the online, the other judges, the other lawyers. There is a lot of learning in that. There is a lot of learning. To the honorable judges, sir, I'm so proud that you are coming. It's a great motivation for all my students from all institutions. Vandana, how many law? 40-16. So very good. And you told which team is going to US?
Top 7 teams are going to United States to represent India.
And in which country this is?
Sir, Washington, DC.
Washington, DC.
Yes.
Maybe whenever you go to Washington, DC, visit my campus, 175 acre in New York, as my guest. You reach there, you stay there, we'll take care of your living, everything. That is 175 acre campus at the Ocean of Sea, a heaven. So you are all invited, those who are to Washington, to my campus in Long Island, New York, because I want to show to the world the brain of an Indian lawyer, brain of Indian scientist is uncomparable. Do you think the 8,500 in German, you will salute to Indian? If we are not 20 times better than anybody else, they will not salute. But we are, all my lawyers are really unassuming. Now I tell you why I love lawyers and advocates. My youngest son, a mole, who has studied in Wharton and was a great entrepreneur in USA and London. I was looking for a girl, and there were so many offers for billionaire, from top people, but I took a girl who has studied law. So it means that tells, you know, if you bring some daughter-in-law in your house, it means I really love law people, I really love law students. So I would say that all those are here. Sir, we are so proud and so privileged. I could not come early because the top bureaucrats were there. But I must tell you, this is the occasion. Give a big clap to my worthy guest sitting over here. And also a clap to my people sitting over here. We are so proud to have you. My dear law students from MIT or otherwise, you can contact many times. To any heights you want to reach, you have come to my campus. Any heights you want to reach, you are thinking it is difficult to reach, you contact me. And if you then cannot fulfill your dream, it is my failure. It is my failure, not yours. Write on a slip, sir, आपने उस दिन बहुत बोला था, बहुत वादे किए थे, मैं ये बनना चाहता हूँ. You write to Bandyopadhyay, Shefali, Aditya Tomar, Vandana, and Bhanu, anybody. It will reach to me because I want, out of my 12,000 students, can you imagine? I have got now colleges not only in India, also in Dubai, now in Tashkent, now Oman, Singapore. I will be spreading the BCI approved law colleges all over the world to tell the people that the Indian brain is uncomparable. Thank you very much. You write me, you'll achieve whatever.
Thank you so much, Mr. Founder President, sir, for your enduring support. Your words will serve as a guiding force for us.
Thank you so much, sir. We would now like to continue with the felicitation of our esteemed dignitaries.
Honorable Mr. Anup Jairam Bambani, Judge, Delhi High Court, being felicitated by Honorable Founder, sir, Chairman, sir, and the respected heads of institution. May I have applause from the attendees?
Thank you, sir. Honorable Mr. Justice V. Kameshwar Rao, Judge, Delhi High Court, being felicitated by visionary founder president, sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, and respected heads of institutions.
May we have a huge round of applause. At this juncture, we would like to play a video which encapsulates our cherished memories from the event, and also like to extend our gratitude and appreciation to everyone present today through a video of gratitude.
This video is actually a nostalgic journey, and we have tried to capture many faces who were there with us right from when they landed to us. Mr. Chris, can you raise your hand, please? This was your first picture when we were there at the airport to receive you. And then the journey begins with the accommodation, registration, arrival of judges, briefing of judges, and lots other. And then we have the courtrooms, greetings, blessings, memories stored, the courtroom scene, the teams pleading with each other, our student volunteers, again the courtrooms, the advanced rounds on the screen, and the moment when we were anticipating the results, the heartbeats were up, the teams were lined up, Chris was trying to announce, and then we declared the top 8 teams. And then we had a lot of felicitations from Amity Universe. The judges went back with a happy smile. A lot of good feedbacks from the judges. They are all remembering Amity. The fragrance of JESSUP resonates. And we wish to see you all in the next chapter of 2025.
I request everyone to please be patient and maintain some serenity. We are drawing close to the end of the event. Now we request Professor Dr. Arvind P. Bhanu, Additional Director, Amity Law School, Amity, Uttar Pradesh, to address the vote of thanks on the dais with his words of indebtedness. Please, sir.
Thank you so much. Now the time to express our gratitude towards those who have been involved, those who have contributed since last 4 days. If I see that to whom I should or we should express our gratitude, I would say it is the participants. It is the participants and the judges who came over here to judge your ability to give you the learning. So my first gratitude goes to the participants as well as the judges who came here. While we are extending our gratitude towards everyone who has been part in organizing the great event known as Indian qualifying rounds of prestigious Phillips C. JESSUP Moot Court competition in collaboration with International Law Student Association, we can stop ourselves from showing our confidence. We cannot stop ourselves from showing our confidence in Moot Court Society at Law School, which has completed successfully 7 years, consecutive 7 years. So we have a proud, and I extend my congratulations to those who are involved in this organizing. Our honorable president, founder president always says that while you are celebrating the success, have you seen behind the blessings? This is the moot question which is always asked. See, today we are so fortunate that we have blessings. We have blessings from honorable judges. We have blessings from honorable founder president himself here. So I'm so much thankful to them, those who are sitting on the dais and those who are present here. Now, my dear students, we do have our honorable founder, we do not have right now Group Vice Chancellor. He is somewhere busy, but our thanks goes to him in absentia. My warm gratitude towards our honorable founder president, honorable Chancellor sir, who always wish to see us growing. We are really grateful to them for shaping this MET organization as MET Universe with more than 16 global campuses. I want to convey my sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Ma'am. She is in Kathmandu attending the Vice Chancellor conferences. I extend my gratitude to her also. Now our chairman, sir, who is always with us, always guide us, we extend our sincere thanks to him also. Congratulations to Dr. Bhavna Batra and her team who has been engaged since last 4 days. Now, IT fellows, IT colleagues, they deserve also a big thanks. We extend our thanks to them also. Administrative staff who has been busy with us to support us, we extend our gratitude to them also. Now, I would like to thank to all, one and all. Thank you very much.
We are extremely pleased to have among us Founder President, sir. So your presence has added great value. And on that note, we would like to felicitate our visionary Founder President, sir, by the Chairman, sir, and the Head of Institution.
May we have a huge round of applause.
May we please join in welcoming, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Chairman, sir, and heads of institutions. We would also like to felicitate Amol Chauhan, sir. As we draw to a close, we kindly ask all the attendees to stand in honor of our national anthem. It has been an immensely successful event, and now we would like to express our sincere thanks to all the dignitaries and the faculty members and students, and thank you for gracing us. Thank you so much.
I request the attendees to be seated.
All the attendees are requested to remain seated until the dignitaries leave.